Here we are, and the interior parts are all primed and ready for painting. Uh, I think I've never told you uh, about what primer I use, and for the moment, this is the one, the Ultimate Primer. Uh, it's a thick primer. People say you don't need to thin it, but unfortunately, I had to because despite having a point 0.4 nozzle, my airbrush had some difficulty to spray it out. So I've thinned it with a Vallejo thinner, and it works pretty well. So let's get down to business. I've already mixed my little cocktail for the interior. Hope I got the color right for this specific Ferrari interior colors that they usually have. So let's get down to the spray booth. Some mixed feelings in here. I've managed to paint the interior with the main color, and it looks pretty much what I wanted, and the finish is good, but I've ran into an issue, and this is not the first time it happens. As you can see here, the paint has been stripped by the masking tape. This is not Tamiya masking tape, it's a similar one, a little bit more sticky than the Tamiya tape, and I usually detack it with my hand or whatever, so it gets a little smoother. But still, as you can see, it managed to rip a part of the painting here. And what happens here? This is not the paint, this is the primer, and it's because of things like this I'm really not a big fan of acrylic paints, because as I told you, I use UMP primer, which is a water-based acrylic primer, and probably it loses some of its strength because I thin it. But still, the problem is that for me, acrylic paints are very inconsistent, because I had the masking tape here along this whole part of the dashboard, and it managed to strip it only here. And don't worry, I use all the techniques to remove the masking tape. I don't rip it from the part, I slowly remove it along the part, so it eases up the tension. And by detacking it, it only sticks to the dashboard very lightly, so this thing shouldn't happen, but still it did. So what I'm going to do, I'm going first to paint this central part of the console, which is some kind of titanium color, and after painting this, then I will fix this part, because I still have the chance to rip it a little bit more here, so that way I don't need to make the fix twice. Just another thing, so you can compare, because as I told you before, when I finished painting the chassis, it looks not semi-gloss, but very flat, and I want you to compare to the Tamiya X18, if the camera manages to focus. Okay. As you can see, it's completely different from the zero paint semi-gloss black. This is what you expect from a semi-gloss color, not a completely flat one. Somebody told me in the comments on a previous video that they might zero paints by accident switched the colors, and instead of semi-gloss black, it is a flat black, but I honestly don't know because it's the first time I use them, so it's pretty hard for me to detect. I asked for some pictures of some part painted with the zero paint semi-gloss black, so I can compare with mine, and it's possible that that could be an accident and the colors are switched. Okay, moving on. The engine almost complete. I didn't yet glue this part, and still missing the wiring, but it's pretty much there. Some minor detail work, and it looks good. Pretty clean, as I usually do. I don't like to weather the engines or the cars. So as I said, I'm going to paint the titanium color on the interior, and then I'll remove the masking tape. As you can see, this is the whole interior tub that I need to paint the center console with that titanium color, and I'm praying that all the masking tape here won't strip the other color. We'll see after the painting.